You're listening to the Podcast Detroit Network. Visit www.podcastdetroit.com for more information.
Hello. Look who it is. It's us. It's Pat and Devon. We're back.
Made it back.
Yep. I don't know how we made it back this timely, but we are back. Crystal clear clarity from Podcast Detroit.
You know it.
Yep. This is the set piece. You know what it is.
Back this week, sponsored by Bro Beers.
Yep. Stro beers. They're out.
And let me tell you something that feels good.
It feels great. Pat's looking really good. He looks like he'll sell you some really terrible insurance.
I do look like I work for Comcast.
Yeah, something like that. In the center though.
Yeah, or you're right. Or maybe like I could sell you a phone
or knives.
Yeah, I definitely like I could sell you knives right now. It feels good though. It feels right. As weird as that sounds.
Yeah.
Let's talk about soccer.
Yeah, let's get right into it. We got a shit ton of content, so we're just going to start rolling.
I'm going to stop messing around with the computer. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do this shit. It's we're 1 day out from transfer period being closed until the winter, and
It's just a big old sad face.
Yeah, it's getting juicy all around except for in London.
West London.
Yeah, West London is pretty goddamn dry.
Yo, so that Oxlade-Chamberlain thing went through today, right?
No, sir.
No?
You're talking about the Chelsea?
No, I'm talking about to Liverpool.
Oh, yeah, that went through, bud.
Yeah, fuck that motherfucker.
So, yeah, Chelsea...
Let's get that out of the way right now.
We're obviously talking about Chelsea because you can tell by Pat's aggression in his voice that he's upset with Chelsea. And they're not spending enough money. They look good so far.
They have looked good. With the half a squad they got, they have looked good.
But the fact of the matter is they need to spend some money. And, well, I guess we'll just get right into Oxlade-Chamberlain because Pat does not follow the outline.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I went there.
It's all good. But
no, I mean, we could wait, man. Let's
just do it because let's get into it.
You know what? I don't know what happened.
Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain was supposed to go to Chelsea
for a done deal
for about $45 million. It
was a done deal.
He was getting ready to. He already agreed to the terms. Arsenal agreed to the terms, and
it's a done deal, or so we thought.
Yeah, basically, he found out that they were going to play him as a right wing back.
I don't know how I didn't know that. Like I knew that.
Yeah, you just look at the roster, you know that. Does he think he's better than Cesc?
That's the problem. Is that like he still thinks he's a midfielder. And like Klopp was like, yeah, whatever, you can, sure.
The fact of the matter is, though, is like he wants to play center mid, so he rescinded that offer from Chelsea, and now he's a Liverpool Red. I don't know how I feel about that.
He's a body. You need him. He'll help you.
He's like, I feel Oxlade-Chamberlain is my favorite dude to follow on Instagram. Oh, he's my favorite dude to follow on Instagram because he takes great pictures. He's like super jacked, so you think that he's like worth a damn. And then every once in a while, he'll score like a really crazy athletic goal, right? So,
yeah, no, I mean he's going to help you. He would have helped Chelsea. That's why I'm butthurt. It is what it is.
But the fact of the matter is he gets hurt all the goddamn time. I haven't seen him play a full season.
So he fit in perfect on Liverpool.
So yeah, he fits in well. I don't know where you put him in the center mid, but I feel like it's...
Yo, he went there because he knows he can beat out Henderson.
But
he looked at it and he was like, who plays that position right now? Oh, yeah.
I know. He's not beating Emre Can, I'll tell you that much, because Emre Can is...
Emre Can is going to get hurt. Don't worry.
No. And then we still got Milner back there, so you need someone in front of Milner. Ugh. So, yeah, we got Oxlade-Chamberlain, I think it was for $42.5 million. Yeah, it's... I want Lemar from Monaco. Nice. That's who I really want. So this kind of upsets me, especially when we get to What the Fuck Bro. We'll get to see Oxlade-Chamberlain in all his glory. Moving on. Actually, let's stay with the Reds.
All right. Who you got?
What's Philip Coutinho gonna do? Is he going? Coutinho goes?
They're not gonna let him go, dude. I think they're holding him hostage.
Oh, hell no. I don't think he's going either. No. They're spending all this money, and they're still rumored on Van Dijk.
Look at the deal that they cut for Chiada, or whatever his name is, from Red Bull.
Keita, yeah.
To come next year, that's the Coutinho replacement deal.
Absolutely.
Which means Philip Coutinho's not going anywhere right now.
No, I don't think there's any amount of money that Barcelona can throw at them right now that would make it seem amenable.
He's not going anywhere. And I love how they're handling it. No, he's got a back injury. Now he's sick. Well, he's playing for Brazil. Oh, he's better now. Like, and just straight facing people. Like, I think it's awesome. Just like, no, we have no problem. He has no problem. There is no problem. Everything's fine.
No, I'm right there with you. I think that's what you do because from all I've heard, Klopp told Coutinho, "I'm moving you to center mid.
Yep.
This is your year.
Yep.
We got big hopes for you. Next year, you can do whatever, but give me these 12 months."
Yeah. So I think that's fair.
Yeah.
He tried to strong arm it. He'll be fine. He's better off.
Yeah, I think that's the thing that we need to. That's the thing that we need to be concerned with is the fact that like Coutinho still wants to go to Barcelona, and it looks like a dumpster fire over there.
Yeah, and I heard Neymar was like, "Bro, don't go there right now."
Yeah,
he's probably like, "Come to PSG, baby."
There's a reason why I left.
Yeah, don't go there, baby. Come to PSG, baby. Everybody's here. Speaking of,
Daddy Alves is here.
Yeah, my daddy got paid. Everybody's fine.
Exactly.
And he could go there.
No, he could, but I think that we'll see what happens next year. I'm cool with him leaving. I just don't want him leaving right now.
That's what it is. It's bad timing.
Liverpool makes enough money that they don't need the 160.
And if he leaves next June, that's fine because you've already signed his replacement and you got time to then spend that dough.
Yep.
But him leaving right now, 3 weeks into the season, no way.
No. And they've been looking pretty good without him, so it's like we.
Yeah, we need to get into that. That was delicious.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
That was delicious.
We'll get it.
Like that, I'm not even a Liverpool fan, and like that was fun.
That's some foreshadowing, guys.
Yeah. All right. I mean, where do we want to go next? We could talk about deal for a player to be named later. Like, I mean, even the Mbappe deal is like that.
Yeah, the Mbappe deals.
They're doing some shady shit.
Well, how many times can we say Qatar is allegedly run by slave labor, so they don't have to worry about spending money on their workforce. So they they don't care. They allegedly are funding terrorism, but they also fund a really excellent team in Paris.
They're a nice team.
Yeah, and they're just fleecing financial fair play right now.
It's awesome. To be honest,
do you want to break it down? Do you want to break it down what they're doing with Mbappe?
Yeah, I mean, so they basically got him on a loan, right?
Got him on a loan.
Whose bed did they have to put a horse's head in to like? I don't understand how they got them to agree to that.
Yeah, so they're basically renting to own him with a payout of $180 million next year.
Beyond that, yeah. So it's like, check this out. We'll give you $180 million next year if you give us your best player right now. Yep. And you're the second best team in this league.
Hey, and we play against each other for anything that matters.
Yeah. So thanks for that. And we'll definitely write you that check at some point.
You guys can keep Radamel Falcao, though.
Yeah, because that guy's reburned. Good for him.
Oh, man. Yeah, that's a pretty gangster deal. I was PSG silently is making some sales or selling guys off, trying to make up some of that money, but they're never going to recoup that money.
That's what I don't understand, though, is like they didn't have a garbage team before. No. Why is Chelsea not out in their yard at the garage sale buying whoever they're trying to sell? Aurier? Why we didn't get him, I do not know.
All right, Pat.
Drexler? I don't know.
Yeah, I know. Draxler would fit much better than L.
We need bodies, bro.
But you need a right wing back, though.
Like, they could sign me or you.
No.
Yeah, we need a right wing back. Don't worry, we'll get one of them. It's Ross Barkley.
If you want someone to throw up after the first 17 minutes of the game.
And I would do that, too.
Yeah,
and it
me
wouldn't
too.
even be that long.
Yeah.
Trust me, it's actually like 3.5 minutes.
Yeah, it's a lot of up and down.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think I could play wing back for like 48 seconds.
Yeah, but speaking of Jesus Christ. Speaking of holding out, Dembele finally got his move.
That's what 20-year-olds do, bro. Like that. I think that was some chicken shit.
Yeah, when you sign a 20-year-old, you're gonna get 20-year-old shit. Not every 19-year-old can be Wayne Rooney and be dignified all the goddamn time.
Yeah.
Even though
he was like, once a blue, always a blue, and it just took him like 15 years to get back to it.
Buying prostitutes allegedly in his spare time, but like still, he's
just broing.
Yeah, he didn't complain about his playing time. He didn't sit out.
He just handled it.
Yeah, so Dembele scored that what? It was a $105 million move, I believe,
something like that,
or 85 with bonuses.
Here's what I don't get. Like, I know it's Barcelona and it's more than a club and all that, but like, why is everybody trying to leave Dortmund? Like, I thought Dortmund was like a nice club, but if you look at the amount of guys that have left there in like 3 years, it rivals Monaco.
No, I think the thing is
all the guys that play for Bayern now, they used to play for them.
Well, yeah, that's always kind of been a thing.
What the fuck?
They kind of always got poached by Bayern, but I think with Klopp leaving and then and Tuchel not lasting, there's a little bit of
I kind of think people just hate Tuchel.
I think people hate Tuchel, but I also think that it's something wrong with their board too, because their board makes a lot of their decisions. You remember Tuchel was going back and forth with them about making them play that game after the terrorist attack that they had on the bus. So I feel like there's a lot of people that just don't like that squad. Yeah. And Germany is cool, but like if you're an internationally well-known like football star and you can't go play at Bayern, right? Wouldn't you rather play in Milan?
Absolutely.
Or would you rather go play in Spain where it's nice all year round?
Yeah, it's like, do you want to play in Barcelona or Pittsburgh? Because that's essentially what it's like, a really nice Euro Pittsburgh.
Exactly.
So I can see it, but like I don't know, like I think out of all things, like I watched the Dortmund game this past weekend. I forget who they were playing, but they beat them up pretty good. And I think it's going to be huge for Pulisic because basically they were going to platoon that spot with Dembele getting the balance. Now
it's all Pulisic.
And he's looked nice. In the first 2 games, he scored a nice goal in the opener. Yeah. He's looked good.
Pulisic he's legit, and that helps Arena's squad, so that's even better.
We'll get into Bruce Love at some point here, I'm sure. So.
Yeah, of course we will.
And what else we got?
Alexis Sanchez. What do you think is going to happen with him?
Yo, I want him to leave Arsenal so bad.
I've been hearing some wild shit. Did you hear? I was hearing
Chelsea.
I was hearing to Man City trade Sterling.
That's what I heard too.
And then that's kind of been dying around. That's been dying down today.
If that's the deal, like we want Raheem Sterling back and you can have Sanchez, get out of here. Give me your jersey. Get the hell out of here right now. He's out.
Well, that's the thing. They wear the same numbers, so I'm pretty sure there's going to be some kind of situation.
I'd be ripping the Sterling letters off the back of the jersey. Like the first one I heard was, we want Aguero for Sanchez.
Yeah,
I don't make that deal because I love Fat Aguero.
We know how you feel about. We love your passion that you have for Aguero.
Dude scores goals.
He does score goals, and that's the thing. But now I'm hearing $90 million straight up for Alexi.
Done, dude. They have cash.
They spent enough money. Yeah.
They spent $200 million on wingbacks or left and right backs in a week.
Is this Saudi money that they have? Or?
Yeah, I think it is.
Yeah, so it is. So yeah, splash that cash, get Alexis Sanchez.
Then that's a nasty team, bro.
Let's not forget that Alexis Sanchez looked like a husk of himself out there. He does not want to be. North London anymore.
And if he doesn't get sold by Thursday, he'll put in a shift. He's still going to be their best player. He's still going to try, but he's not trying to be there.
No,
he wants to go and. He wants to get those cuddles from Pep.
He looked like a man in a really empty marriage, a loveless marriage on fucking Sunday.
Just
it was
pulling in the driveway, and waiting to go inside,
just constantly doing yard work just to not be in the house.
Yeah, I just really want to make sure I get that edging perfect. That's exactly what he's doing. Yeah, he's trying to get that edging perfect, and he shouldn't have to do that, man. I hope he moves. But I don't think he will.
First of all, you got to move him. I can't see Alexis Sanchez playing in Europa League.
Here's the thing, though, is like everyone's like, oh, he's got to go, he's got to go, he's got to go. Here's the thing about him and Chelsea. That shit's over by this time tomorrow. They got 24 hours to make this happen. They got 24 hours to knock out a $90 million we just sold Raheem Sterling to you deal.
Yeah, I know.
And Chelsea's got to pick up like 6 guys.
Yeah, I know.
Like this has got to start to be like some FIFA shit. Or it's just going to be very quiet and anticlimactic.
Listen, man, there's gonna be some deadline day deals. It's gonna be.
We'll get Danny Drinkwater tomorrow. Don't worry.
Yeah, you're getting. At least you're gonna get him because he put in his formal request. So you're gonna get a dude with a nicely manicured facial hair. And that's exactly what you need in the midfield.
I mean, he probably gets his haircut where I get my haircut.
You need. That's the one thing you need is
get it right,
freshly
get it tight,
manicured goatee, and you need a dude with a very terrible arm sleeve tattoo.
Yeah. So unfortunately, that's what we need. We need a backup midfielder for $42 million, and that's what we're gonna get.
Yeah, I
think Danny Drinkwater's a good man. I think he'll help the squad. But if that's the only signing we make between now and 6 o'clock tomorrow, we're in a world of hurt.
What about if they go Drinkwater and then cherry on top, they go with Vardy?
Yo, I like Jamie Vardy, right?
Yeah, he's a
dirtbag.
Yeah, he's a dirty motherfucker.
And I like that.
Yeah,
like if they can't get Llorente, and it's just like psych, we got Jamie Vardy.
I would take Vardy over Llorente.
All right. On record, they pick up Jamie Vardy before this time tomorrow, I'll get a Jamie Vardy jersey.
I don't. Of course.
Yeah, it's done.
Yeah,
I might get home and away.
That's the whitest thing you could do. So I knew that you would do that.
Thank you.
Yeah, but no, there's nothing wrong with Jamie. Just imagine Jamie Vardy getting the service from
Cesc and Hazard
and like anybody
else on that team. Yeah,
it's pretty scary. He could probably score like 35 goals, which I'd be cool with because I'm sick of seeing Harry Kane celebrate.
That's right.
So.
That's right, man. So I would like that. I mean, I don't know that they pull that. I think they get Drinkwater. I honestly think they make Barkley happen, other than, and this was a topic that I wanted to touch on, I don't know where in the outline we want to touch on it, but I don't know that Everton sells him to Chelsea just because they hate Chelsea.
Oh, we can talk about that right now.
And I wonder where that came from, because that goes back to Lukaku, which was nasty. I mean, if you think about it, they wanted 90 mil and they weren't going to budge from Chelsea. He goes to United for 75.
Yeah, you're right, man.
And and it's almost the same with Real Madrid and United and how we got Morata. But now it's like, oh yeah, okay, you want Gylfi Sigurdsson? We're getting him. Mm-hmm. Oh, you want Ross Barkley? No, you don't get him.
Yeah, Ross Barkley.
I've read an article that was like Everton wants to hijack the Vardy deal for Chelsea. It's like, first of all, can that happen? Like, you don't hijack deals from Chelsea, man. Like, that's United did that.
Yeah.
Like, Everton doesn't do that.
Well, hold on. Things are changing. People have money now.
And you know
Everyone
what it is?
has money.
Well, you know what it is, too? Everybody hates Chelsea. This is like 15 years of business that's caught up with them, because
that's exactly what it is.
Everybody hates Chelsea.
Chelsea is the first team that really started buying themselves championships, so I think there's always going to be that kind of resentment with the old guard, the old squads. And like Ross Barkley's been a name that's been out there all year. Everyone knows he hasn't signed his extension. His value is not really that high. And like he's a really good midfielder.
And he's 23 years old.
23 years old. But let's be honest, like I think he's only had like maybe 3 or 4 crazy performances.
We were talking about that. Yeah, he has about a good game and a half a year where you're like, damn, dude, that guy might be world class.
But
then he goes back to being Ross Barkley.
And that's the thing is, like, I am really high on Koeman, and I feel like if Koeman can't,
Koeman a lot too.
If Koeman can't get the best out of you, if Koeman doesn't want you there, then that kind of tells me something.
I think that I do think that Barkley's kind of like Sterling, not Kane, because Kane's a different kind of dude, but like Sterling and some of these other guys, Walcott, some of these other young English guys, Sturridge a little bit, where like he's just kind of butthurt. He's like, Everton's not a big enough club.
Yeah, he wants to be a bigger club.
If he got to a place like City or Arsenal or Chelsea or somebody in that top 6 next tier, you might see him hustle. And you're going to have to, because if his ass signs with Chelsea in the next 24 hours, he's playing wingback.
He might take a leap. I think that he'd play wingback happily. I think when you see what Marcos Alonso does,
I was just about to say he's leading the team in scoring.
You see what he does in their attack. There's not really bad.
There are games where they've had to bunker in and almost play a back 5. But when it's going forward, like, I mean, in the second half of the Tottenham game, they were essentially playing a back 5. But when who'd they play last week? So they played Burnley and then Tottenham. Oh, and then Everton. When they're playing Everton and they had the ball the whole time, you're a midfielder. You're kind of playing a forward role.
It's kind of almost like a 10, but like it's wide,
weird.
like a wide 10.
It's weird. So, and he'd be perfect for that.
That's a lot of tactical talk for us, man.
I know, man. I think it's the tie or the PBR.
That is exactly how it is. You've been hanging out with Chuck Woolery, and now you're dressing up.
I've never met the man.
Yeah,
but I feel like I already know him.
I've seen his Twitter. It's frightening.
Jesus. Jesus has seen it too.
Man.
Let's see. How about this? Was my favorite one out of anybody we're going to talk about with transfers. It's the return of Zlatan.
Oh my gosh, I'm really pumped about that.
So am I.
Did you see the Instagram post?
I sure did.
Oh my god.
You see the other one with Eric Bailly kicking him in the back?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool too.
These dudes, they love Zlatan.
They're winning the league, bro. Like, not just because they started so good. We called that before the season started. They got a bunch of swaggery bros on the team, but they're having a lot of fun. And before it gets bad for Mourinho, and inevitably this will get bad. But before it does, it gets really good.
Yeah, exactly.
All the bros are together. They're bunker in.
They're loving
It's us versus the world. They're scoring a shitload of goals. Everyone's getting a little bit of run. Anthony Martial is trying.
You know what's crazy? Because in the locker room they're getting a Daily Blind who's white as hell from Netherlands to dance like little Uzi Vert.
Yes, that's how good it's going right now.
He's definitely like hitting the folks on these dudes. So I guarantee you it's great. And I think that Zlatan and Pogba and all these big personalities kind of they take the pressure off of like those guys who kind of like waffle under these conditions. And so you got like a master at deflection in Mourinho, and then you got these two, like you got all these big spicy names that take
Lukaku and Mata and these guys that if they were the marquee guys might crumble, but Pogba is like, bring it.
Yeah.
I think Eric Bailly is a guy like that. Zlatan's obviously a guy like that.
Yeah.
De Gea is one of the baddest motherfuckers in the world. So they've got guys, And then now the guys in the periphery, like Mkhitaryan looks like a world beater.
Yeah,
again.
it's crazy.
After Mourinho put him in timeout for a month.
Yeah, but that's what you got to do sometimes. If you want to play with Mourinho, that's what happens.
It got so bad with Chelsea that I think people forgot how good a coach Jose Mourinho is.
Absolutely. And let's not forget that outside of Zlatan, they're rumored to be in the play for Mahrez.
Yup.
They're rumored to be thinking about throwing money at Gareth Bale. They're going to make one more splash signing because
if they make another sneaky signing before the end of the window, like that's just icing on the cake because they're already set. And like you said, they're Champions League set too. They're going to make a run.
I think they're trying to assert their dominance. It's like say the old Manchester United is back, and I think that the only way to say that like emphatically is to have a deadline day crazy signing.
Just like, oh, did you get some guys? Look what we did too.
Exactly.
And it might be Pulisic or somebody like that. That's just like, oh, we got him now too. Because they used to do that shit.
Yeah. But if you take Mahrez too, that's a gigantic piece right there.
He fits in nice with them too.
He fits in nice. He's technical, and then he doesn't have to play much defense because they have that they got that spine back there.
Right. Matic was such a good signing for them, man.
Matic, and let's not forget that how good defensively Pogba is.
Right. No, they're set up, and it's been 6 years since Mourinho's won a Champions League. Like, it's trending right.
Yeah.
So I'm pumped about that. It's good to see Zlatan back.
Yeah. So that's our transfer watch right now, and as we said, all this could change a day from now, or it could be exactly the same.
Yeah, it might just be me whimpering.
Yeah. So don't if you're updating your FIFA rosters to match, just wait till the first.
Hold up for about 24 hours.
Yeah, because some teams could switch, and let's not forget that. What's his name? Kresherwack or whatever. He's from PSG. He played at Sevilla, the midfielder.
Yes.
He just went to West Brom today too, on loan.
How? I don't mean to beat a dead horse, but
Kresherwack, I think his name is.
How the fuck did that guy not end up on Chelsea? If we just need bodies now, it'd be like just get somebody. Like Chelsea needs to sign guys, even if they're the worst signings ever, just to have enough dudes in camp.
Or maybe they just recall some of their loans, or who knows.
Well, yeah, I mean, you'd think that, right? And that maybe that's the plan, but do we have to put a bullet in this season to do that?
Maybe that's the plan, is they just see if they make it out of the group stage of the Champions League. If they do,
and
they
recall
some dudes back in January.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't get a bad draw.
No.
You have to pull those up in a minute, unless it's in the outline, but...
Yeah, so let's...
Yeah, where do we want to go now? We want to do a little...
Let's get right into that spicy shit.
Spicy? All right, let's go.
It was a spicy-ass 2 weeks. We'll just start with Neymar. Since Neymar left and defected to PSG, you would think that all of his Barca buddies would be super butthurt about that and freezing him out.
But they are not.
No.
So 2 things. 1, we actually will post this time because we have the technology. 2, I need to ask you a question before we get into Neymar. What the hell's on Messi's leg?
That's his sock tattoo. He's got a soccer sock sleeve.
He has a sock sleeve, but it's essentially like they tattooed his leg black with a soccer ball.
It's him. I think it's him kicking a soccer ball into a goal.
And then he decided to have it be like a night backdrop, and they just darkened it.
Yeah.
It was I was trying to refresh because I thought like something had happened. I was like, no, that's right. He has a leg sleeve.
Yeah. So apparently, Neymar's son had a birthday party, and he threw it in Spain.
Yeah, because he still stays over there because he's just moving his stuff. And all his homies showed up. And there's a bunch of pictures on Instagram. Yeah, where's a group shot?
Yeah,
there's a bunch of bros in here.
Is there PK, Rakitic,
Dani Alves, Messi, Suarez.
And I don't know who that dude is on the left.
Yeah, I got nothing either. Whatever. So that guy, I mean, he's probably awesome anyways.
I don't know. I can't tell. But yeah, so they're all there and posted it on the gram. And there's also a really nice photo of him and Suarez and Messi. Messi's got the full dad outfit on, got like the curved brim.
Yeah, he definitely does. He's got like the Saturday fishing hat on.
And jorts.
Yeah. Neymar's just, I don't know. Whatever.
Neymar's got swim trunks on.
Yeah, he does. But I mean, like...
So yeah,
they were just having a nice little bro party. It was just a nice little kids party. You know?
I think this was the same day that Barca sued him for $8 million.
Yeah, that's true. For like it was like a loyalty clause.
Yeah, breach a loyalty clause or something like that.
And half of their first team is at his house having a birthday party for like a 4-year-old.
So do you think that there might be some bigger problems at Barca than we think?
I do.
Exactly.
And I like that. It's a little bit like talking about like, you think Duke basketball has some problems right now? I don't know, but let's talk about it because it feels good.
Let's not forget that the Spanish newspapers were calling this the mutiny of Instagram.
Spanish newspapers do not fuck around.
So
like,
dramatic.
I know they're raw in England, but like they don't fuck around in Spain. Like from what I understand, Italian newspapers are pretty on the up and up about their soccer. Mm-hmm. German newspapers used to be bad too. They used to get into gossip real bad, and then they kind of overhauled the whole system.
No, but yeah, Spain loves it. Spain loves that spice.
Yeah, they love that spice all day, every day. Trying to get people indicted for tax fraud.
Yo, they're a bunch of haters.
That's what happens when you only have 3 teams in your whole league, though. you just got to follow 3 teams, like just real good,
real aggressively. Yeah. So that made me laugh, like extraordinarily because. Yeah. Of course, how can you be mad at Neymar? I feel like Neymar is he's like a 13-year-old kid just running around kicking a soccer ball. What do you? Yeah. He wants to play in Paris and he wants his dad to make some money. He doesn't want to pay as many taxes. I should have put this on. I just thought about it. I got a clip of Neymar, Dani Alves, Marcelo, and who's the other dude that plays right back for PSG? That's Brazilian. Thiago.
Yeah. They're playing a game where they're just bouncing the ball off of it's a table smartness. It's like a little like cocktail like high top, and they're just sitting there bouncing the ball off like just the top, just playing around in the locker room. Like that's that dude's life. Mm-hmm. How he doesn't know what damage he did. He doesn't know that he might have just tanked the franchise for 5 years. He doesn't care. He just
knows that his dad wanted him to play in Paris.
Yeah. My dad's happy. He got paid. I live in France now.
And it's like way easier for you to fly in American Hollywood actresses to bone, allegedly.
Right, allegedly. And
Chloe Grace Moretz, allegedly.
And I get to score like 4 goals a game. This is great.
Yeah, a ton of goals a game. And I don't really get to try except for on like Tuesdays.
Right. So yeah, I got to try like 12 times a year. This is great. So that's it. Like you can't get mad at him. He didn't know. He's just Neymar, man. He's just doing his thing.
I can't wait till he's at Manchester United.
I know. Dude, honestly, I can't either because that's the next place he's going to go.
Like 4 years from now, I'm thinking.
Yeah. Whoever the coach is after Mourinho is going to be pumped.
All right, so now bringing on our second spice.
A little more spice, yeah. Speaking of getting swaggery.
Pissy Chrissy was at it again. He was super upset that his fucking ban was upheld.
For his 5 games for pushing the ref and ripping his shirt off.
What kind of Chris privileges is this? This is crazy. Of course, you push a ref, you're sitting, man. What?
Yo, I love it though. Like I love the audacity.
What was his appeal?
Yeah, it was basically probably just like they sat down and they're like, you can't do this, and then they took like 4 days and they were like, we can. Yeah, we're gonna.
Yeah,
you got to sit out. And he was like, whatever, and just went to tan.
Exactly. Actually, I feel like he was tanning at the time. He probably had one of those things that he was just like.
We both know it's a tattoo.
He was using the UV lights from the overhead. So
him and Conte both got.
They have the same
full on skin tattoo.
I gotta find that. I gotta find an Instagram page of the guy who does all the famous skin tattoos in Europe.
We definitely have to.
Yeah. So
he was complaining.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Speaking of being swaggery, Lukaku's trolling him on Instagram talking about. It doesn't matter. Messi's better. That's what Pogba's been doing. Whoa, just got thrown off that page.
That's what Pogba's been doing, and I feel like he's definitely rubbing off on him.
Yeah,
and then
absolutely.
And that's the thing is like Chrissy called it a travesty that it was upheld after he obviously pushed somebody on national TV all around the world. So of course that's what is upheld.
In the Supercopa against Barcelona.
So I like the fact that Lukaku went on his Instagram and told him that you're still not better than Messi, which is true.
Yeah. Here's the best thing about Chrissy though. At this point now, he's already suppressed that they upheld that ban. And if you ask him right now, he'd be like, "I decided to sit out those games."
Yeah, he's gonna say he had back problems.
Yeah, and then he got sick, and now he's playing for Brazil. Wait, that's a different guy. There you go. I mean, this is good. I think you're right. We got to start more of these episodes with some spice.
But I want to tell you though, Lukaku he's a badass for this because he knows that chances are if they do what they're supposed to do, there's a chance that they're going to play each other.
Yep.
And Chrissy keeps a goddamn list. He's got an Arya Stark list of people that have wronged him.
Yep.
Or let's not call it an Arya Stark list. Let's call it a Jordan list.
He does have a Jordan list.
Because when he's inducted to whatever the Hall of Champions is, he will probably bring that guy back from Benfica's U14 team that played over him.
Roast him.
Yes.
Everybody. You're absolutely right. He has that list, and now Lukaku's on it.
And in turn, Manchester United's on it, and Chrissy's going to pop his top and flex his fucking brown ass pecs at Old Trafford on you.
Cold ass night in February as he puts a bullet in him. Yep. Shouldn't have done it.
Messi
shouldn't have done it.
Thing is, Messi is better, but Chrissy is like a goddamn contract killer.
I love Chrissy, man.
Goddamn contract
I like Messi,
killer.
But like I don't know, man. I take Chrissy.
I think that all around game, Messi's better, but Chrissy's just around the goal, he's a killer.
Yeah,
he's gonna be able to play number 9 in MLS and score 87 goals when he's like 43 years old.
I read a great article that I will type this out right now so I remember that we can post it. I read a great article about how he has evolved, and they said that it was a lot of Mourinho that made him into that killer. Because before he was a winger, he'd want to take people on and dribble and dribble and dribble and try and score the perfect goal. And Mourinho, when he got to Madrid, set it up that it's just like, no, don't worry about it. Don't even really worry about tracking back. But when you get the ball around the 18-yard box, and especially in the box, score whatever. Score off your shin, score off your thigh, just score goals. Just be a poacher. And that kind of switched in his head. And then since then, now he's just a killer. He can still score the highlight reel goals, but he'll take them however he can get them.
Yeah, but
offsides in the Champions League against Bayern.
That's what
however
Mourinho
it works.
does, man. That's what Mourinho turns you into the serial killer that you need to be.
I know.
He molds you.
I know.
So yeah, that's that spice. That was a spice report brought to you by our favorite spices, Lowry's seasoned salt
and Old Spice.
Yep.
There you go.
I like that.
Thanks.
The body wash or the deodorant?
The deodorant, man.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. So now
I'm a bar soap guy. You understand.
You're totally a bar soap guy.
You understand.
Yep.
So now let's get into the Premier League.
Yeah, let's get right into it, man.
Do you want to talk about some good Chelsea news?
Yeah, we missed. Well, since our last pod,
I guess we can hit 2.
We've done 2 matches,
right.
and Chelsea's looking good so far. I know that you were shitting like 15 bricks about the Tottenham match at Wembley. Yeah. That turned out pretty good for you guys.
Tottenham's still Tottenham. Chelsea's still Chelsea.
They're still Tottenham, and this Wembley thing is a problem.
It's a monster.
That's the thing is like you don't want to worry about. Let's not. We won't get into Tottenham yet. We'll say, like, bros, wait a minute.
Yeah.
You can pop your collar back. It's early 2000s, bros. I know that you're probably still rocking that if you're a Tottenham fan.
But Chelsea straight stole that game.
Oh, absolutely, man.
And then they bitch-slapped Everton, which felt nice, seeing as how they're trying to screw up all of our transfers. It's just like, that's cool, but that wasn't even fun to watch in the second half because they just had the ball the whole time and passed it around.
What was out of those 2 wins, what was your favorite one, though?
Everton still.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You like that ass whooping?
Yeah, because really we were just trying to steal a point off of Spurs and then just stole 3. Mm-hmm. Scoring first, I mean, that's a gnarly goal that Alonso scored, the first one. The second one is Lloris should have had that, but the first one off the free kick against Tottenham was nasty.
Yeah, that was dirty.
But Everton they just kicked their ass. Mm-hmm. And it's nice to see because I really still think we're in trouble, but it's nice to see that at least we can kick somebody's ass.
No, but
Everton's not a garbage squad, and they beat their ass.
But your first 11, maybe you're like your 14 deep once you get Hazard back is pretty good.
Yeah, problem is we only got 14 guys.
Yeah, that's the truth. But yeah, so when it's this time of year, you're only playing 1 match during the week.
Right.
Like that's what you expect Chelsea to do. They're legit enough and they're talented enough to do that.
Right, like dude, if I'm them, I just take a knee in the League Cup. Just take a loss. Take a knee till you get this sorted out.
Yeah,
don't even play those games.
No one cares about the Carabao Cup.
Yeah, just take a knee. Just we're out. I'm out.
Yeah, you can just get out of that one. No one cares about that one. FA Cup people kind of get a little bit more tribal about that one, but yeah, fuck it.
Yeah, you're not winning a treble with the League Cup.
No,
unless you're Jose Mourinho.
So you feel okay. How do you feel if they don't make any transfer moves? Are you okay with this?
They're
team?
2 injuries away from being in big trouble.
Being in big trouble, like finishing like 8th.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like finishing like out of Europa League. Like they don't have enough guys. They got to get some more bodies somewhere. Whether, like you say, they just weather the storm till January and try and call somebody back on loan. I don't know how many loans they have where they can do that.
Probably 67.
Yeah, that's true. They do have like 55 loans. So,
exactly.
Yeah.
So they could be okay. I think the fact of the matter is
they're gonna make some moves.
No matter what
they're
happens,
do some business today.
I feel like no matter what happens, Conte will do better than Arsene Wenger. So as long as so if Arsene Wenger finishes 6th, Chelsea will finish 5th.
Right.
I just think that there's something going on at Arsenal, and we'll get to them later.
Yeah.
But
I'm. Let's put it this way: I'm significantly less worried than I was when we were talking about this shit after the Burnley game. Mm-hmm. But I don't know. It ain't good. I'm not up on him. I'm not pumped.
But let's let you guys know that Eden Hazard has moved up from eating pizza rolls. Now he's just eating veggie pizzas. Yeah. So he's almost ready to make it onto the pitch. Yeah.
And as long as he doesn't get hurt playing for Belgium, because they think he's going to play for Belgium in a game against like Gibraltar, then he should be able to play.
Hey, those are qualifying matches. You got to play your best.
Yeah, right.
You got to play your best players.
I saw we signed another one of his brothers too, so he doesn't go anywhere, even though he's still going to go to Real Madrid in like 18 months.
Yeah, so I think that is.
But whatever, get that money then. Fuck it.
Yeah, so I think that you guys are sitting okay for league play. The fact that you guys have to play in the Champions League is going to hurt you guys if you don't bolster the roster. But
the run is going to be tough too, because I know Chelsea's schedule off the jump was not easy.
But that's okay. You'll get Drinkwater's manicured goatee to kind of help you guys out through that,
and then we'll be fine. But
exactly.
So they've already played. I mean, we played Burnley, which is obviously a tough game, but I mean, we've played at Spurs already. We've played Everton. What's that then? When we come back from international break, that'll be at Leicester, Champions League game, Arsenal at home, at Stoke, and then Atletico Madrid, and then City. So like that's not.
It's a treacherous first little run.
I mean, that City game is September 30th.
Yeah, you're right. You need some players.
But they've weathered it well so far. So I don't know. We can't talk the whole time about Chelsea because it's not that fun. Let's talk about Liverpool.
Oh.
Now this is as an innocent bystander, I've had a lot of fun watching Liverpool recently.
Yeah, well the first thing first is they beat Crystal Palace 1-0. It was a nice little Mane crazy goal, which I needed because we've had trouble playing Crystal Palace. They beat us. They beat us at Anfield last year.
Yeah,
so
Christian Benteke.
So they are. I say they. Well, they beat them. They beat Liverpool at Anfield. I can't be that. I've only been a fan for that long. I can't do the they and the we's yet.
Us? Yeah, no. I'd do that.
I know, but
I'm probably going to change teams later this year.
Exactly.
I'll just get a new us.
But no, they look great. The attack looks amazing, and then
going forward, they're nasty again, and they get Philip Coutinho back in there. Look out!
They ran a very aggressive, no lubrication style train on Arsenal.
Yeah, they did. Let's back it up real quick though.
Not even spit.
Because Champions League went a lot better than I thought that might.
Yeah.
Just based on how Liverpool had been playing over the last year down to their competition, I thought they might struggle. They did. They just handled it.
They took care of Hoffenheim,
which is what they had to do. Got in the draw. Didn't get a bad draw.
Got a great draw.
Yeah, and then the Arsenal game was just fun because I already don't like Arsenal.
Yeah, that
shit was just fun.
That was an ass whooping. It was pretty, and I was nervous just because I knew that Alexis Sanchez was playing. But then when I saw that Wenger wasn't playing Lacazette and he was playing
what
well
is
back,
that about?
It was fucking crazy. So, but I was still nervous because I know that Arsenal has the opportunity to score goals, and to see them light them up 4-0, and it really could have been like 6 or 7.
Yeah,
Peter Cech made a couple nice saves. Yeah. Salah bungled a couple. But
Liverpool was all over them for like an hour.
Salah is a really, really great pickup. He fits in perfectly with what they do.
The only thing that's weird about that is that really both him and Mane play the same position, but Mane's playing nice on the off wing.
Yeah,
they're scary. Man.
Mane's a good left wing.
They're scary
because his right foot is really strong. He likes to cut back inside, similar to what Coutinho was doing last year. So it works out well.
Got a little Daniel Sturridge sighting too, and I love that too because I love
Sturridge goal.
They need to keeping him fit and then keeping him interested is going to be important because he adds another dimension to them where, like we've said before, when they do get in those games where teams just bunker in and they can't get in the track meet, Sturridge get the ball and just make something happen and break that open so that they can get back in the track.
He's smooth with his left foot. Let's not forget that goal that he created at Everton.
Yep.
Basically just with his play.
Nasty.
He's really, really nice, and I think that you can use him as kind of like a sub or like a start. I'd really rather have him come in maybe with like 65, 70 minutes to go, just kind of working on a tired defense.
Right.
And then just let him work his magic there. They look good, man. I feel pretty confident. If they spend some money tomorrow, if they get Lamar, I'll be really, really excited about this year.
They need one more signing and they'll be set. I mean, they already got Chamberlain and we joked about it earlier, but like that's a serviceable guy. Liverpool needs bodies too because they're going to inevitably have injuries. And he's an athletic dude. He'll be able to run that press. He can play in a lot of positions. It's funny because he thinks he's going to go there and play midfield. He's going to end up playing right back. So fuck him.
And I think what works too is the fact that and Emre Can hasn't signed his deal yet. Juventus is on him really tight. So we might need Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain next year if we end up losing Emre Can.
That's true.
So we'll be able to slot Keita in there, and he'll still be playing that backup role, but he might be a little bit more valuable next year because of that.
But they've looked good so far, man. It's good. It's good for the league to have Liverpool up in the top 4 in the Champions League doing their thing.
And it's excellent for me. It makes me a lot happier on the weekend. And I still want Van Dijk, though.
Yeah.
I want Virgil van Dijk.
I bet they get him tomorrow.
I'm hoping so. Keep my fingers crossed.
If he doesn't go to Liverpool, he doesn't go anywhere.
No, you're right about that.
Unless he goes to United, but they don't need him.
Now
they don't need much, man. They look terrifying.
Yeah, the big dogs.
They've wailed on 3 teams now.
Yeah, they're kicking some serious ass.
This is what Mourinho does, though. They in his second year, they come around, and when they win titles, they come out the gate gangbusters.
And you know that Jose's feeling it right now because he's fucking reckless right now.
Yes, he is, dude. And that's the best Jose, though.
Let's just get right to it. As we said, Arsenal has gotten their ass whooped last week, and they've been having kind of a trying year. And Jose knows when there's a man down, he's not asking for help. He's not doing anything other than that. He's stomping him.
He's kicking the man when he's down.
Yeah, he's definitely stomping him out.
Especially when that man is Arsene Wenger.
After they beat they beat Leicester over the weekend, and for some reason he decided to just savage Arsenal on the way out
for no reason.
Yeah, definitely.
It was a real casual kind of end of the press conference. Just hey, real quick, let me just crush you.
He was basically leaving the club and then just decided to just bottle some dude on the way out for no goddamn
reason and just pured it. Hit him so flush.
The dude was on the ground. His girl was like, somebody help me. Somebody help me. Get him up.
And he just kind of sauntered out.
Yeah, got into his Uber and just rolled off into the night. So we got this clip right here. I'm gonna have our boy Nick play it. Just soak it in.
Yeah, drink it in.
Vardy, a very dangerous player. I would say one of the most dangerous players in the Premier League. Was he dangerous today? No. Why? Because we played so well to control that. Did Leicester was very dangerous against Arsenal? Yes, they were. I watched the match 3 times. Were they dangerous against us? No. Why? Because of us.
I honestly don't even know if they asked him a question about that.
No, I
don't even think that was prompted. I don't think anybody was like, what did you think of Jamie Vardy today? I think he was just like, oh.
Nope.
One more thing.
Arsenal sucks.
Savage.
Yes, they suck.
Do we suck? No.
Nope.
We score many goals. Top of the table. I love him, dude. I love him.
I love him too. I'm glad that he's back. It was weird.
Bro beers.
Yeah, I heard that.
Yeah, you like that?
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, I like that. If there's a frat party going on, if there's a PBR, or it's a mustache competition or something like that.
You know I didn't buy this 30 rack, but I'll help.
Yeah, exactly.
All right.
But yeah, I like seeing Mourinho like this. Kicking in the water bottle Mourinho is not my favorite.
Yeah, or confused because I've lost too many games in a row, Mourinho, and I don't really know what's going on. It doesn't work. Super arrogant, stuffy, going out of his way to wreck people, Mourinho. That's the Mourinho I like.
Yeah, but that's the thing is you can't. I think it was because Mourinho was in the Europa League. He couldn't have his full swagger.
No, he could not bring his full swag and he knew what he had to do too. He was like, I have to win this competition so that I can say that I'm in the Champions League.
Exactly.
I can talk about the trophies I won. But now that he's done that, then you could tell right from that moment, he was like, I'm going on vacation for a month. He goes straight to the Monaco Grand Prix with his kid, which is baller. And then it's just like, Ed Woodward will take care of our business. Right. What does he go do? What's the first thing he does? Chelsea's wanted Lukaku for a year. Oops. You want to talk about, Chrissy, you want to talk about somebody with a list?
Oh, yeah.
This man has a list.
Yeah, I feel like his list is more of a, you don't want to be on Mourinho's fucking list.
No, bro.
Look at what he did to Casillas.
Because, oh, God. Because, Chrissy probably has a list and he'll cross people off. I've got you. Mourinho doesn't cross people off. They just stay on the list. They just stay on the list.
Watch out, Conte. That's all I'm saying. When they play each other,
bro, Conte's going to be coaching Inter in 2 years, and Mourinho's going to be someplace else. He might be back at Chelsea. He'll still be out for him.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Embarrass me. No way. That's why I love him. Speaking of people that we love, what about Pep? What about City, man? They've been able to overcome those purple jerseys so far.
Listen, I know that you hate on those red boys, but I'm a pretty big fan.
I don't hate on them, bro.
I'm a pretty big fan of those. But yeah, they look fucking good. They got a real scrappy win last week at Bournemouth.
Yeah, they did.
Oh man,
good game for a neutral to watch, though.
Yeah. Yo, I know that Sterling is not everybody's favorite except for mine, even though he screwed my team over. But he's looking okay.
Yeah,
he scored 2 goals the last 3 games. He scored that winner against them. He's playing well. He got that red card, so we won't see him for a little bit, though.
Yo, and look, check this out. I know he screwed your team over a little bit, but essentially they replaced him with Mane, so fuck him.
Yeah, I'm good on that. I mean,
Klopp, that was fine. Liverpool came out fine there.
Oh yeah, they're all right.
Because I think Sturridge is soft. I mean, not Sturridge.
Sterling.
Excuse me, Sterling.
Sterling's soft. Yeah,
Sturridge isn't soft. He's just made of glass.
Yeah, that's
Sterling.
There's a difference.
Sorry.
No, but yeah, I think that they're looking really, really good, and they're still just starting to figure each other out. Like, let's not forget that they made all these goddamn signings.
Right.
They got Mendy this week, but they lost Kyle Walker, so you had Mendy and Danilo playing.
I really want to see them in the Champions League.
Yeah, I think that's where they really shine.
Same with United. I want to see both those teams in the Champions League.
I feel like City's built more for the Champions League just because their team is like just this really flexible,
for sure,
super sexy looking team.
They could play anybody.
Yeah. And they can play in any formation that you decided to play.
No, that's absolutely true. But really, the 2 Manchester teams are who I want to see in the Champions League. Tottenham is done. And then Liverpool and Chelsea, that's a roll of the dice. We'll see how it goes. It might go fine, it might not. But I'm really interested to see the 2 Manchester teams.
Yeah, and City's look good, man. They beat they drew with Everton after going 10 men down.
Which is another thing that makes me feel good about Chelsea because, again, Chelsea beat the shit out of Everton.
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
We'll see how it shakes out. But, I mean, City's look nice. I want to see them in the Champions League. Spurs, I don't know, bro.
I didn't want to,
I don't know, bro.
I didn't want to, say, oh, this is the Wembley curse. They can't play at Wembley. But they might not be able to play at Wembley.
I don't know, bro.
Because, White Hart Lane was that smaller pitch, so they could get that press going.
Yo, if I'm them, though, what the fuck? Just repaint the lines.
No, they asked to, they couldn't.
Really?
Yeah, they didn't allow
Damn. I see that. I was like, why haven't they not thought? I was like, I'm a genius. Why have they not thought of that? Just repaint the lines. Make the field smaller.
No, they for sure wanted to, but they shut that down. So that's funny because they're building that new stadium, and I'm wondering if they're going to use the same dimensions from White Hart Lane.
I think they are. I think it's just I think the rest of the amenities around it are just bigger and badder. And
but the fact that you can't play on a little bit of a wider field is a little bit weird if you're supposed to be this elite.
It's showing that is Pochettino, is Spurs kind of a one-trick pony? Because they were unstoppable at home.
Yeah,
last year
they were unstoppable, and the fact that they scored a shit ton of goals too.
Yeah,
so I think that it's really puzzling. They obviously they lost to Chelsea. They got that one kind of jacked from them, but whatever. That's what happens.
And they are a nice team. They got a nice team, but I don't know, man.
Yeah, they drew with Burnley.
Yeah.
You can't
Burnley's a tough squad, man. Look out.
Burnley is they're not pushovers, but if you're Tottenham and you're trying to win a title. You can't lose. And that's the thing is, this is where they stumbled last year, and they ended up losing by losing the title by 6 or 7 points?
Yeah.
Something like that. And it was the same kind of weird stretch where last year Harry Kane was out because of the injury, and they had that weird run. So they gotta tighten it up right now. All these points matter at this point.
To be honest with you, if I'm Tottenham, their goal this year should be make sure you finish 4th. Because you got to have Champions League when you go into your new stadium, and then try and win one of these cups. They're a team that the Caribou Cup or whatever the fuck it's called now, the League Cup would be big because they haven't won anything in a long time. FA Cup would be massive for them. Try and win a cup. Make sure you finish 4th because you don't need to be playing Europa League football going into your brand new stadium.
But this is the thing though: is once they get bounced out, if they score enough points, they can get into the Europa League.
Right. And then they can get in that way.
They can get in that way.
That would be huge.
They can get in that way. And you'll have there's an opportunity where there could be Nice, there could be Nice, Milan, Arsenal, and Tottenham all kind of in that Europa League trying to get that Champions League Champions League bid.
Yep.
I think that's kind of that could be where they set up, because they're in the group of death. They're going through a little slow patch.
They're done.
They're bringing in Aurier, which will help them.
They are not going to get more points in the Champions League than Dortmund and Real Madrid. They're going out.
No, absolutely not. I'm right there with you. So yeah, it's not looking good for the Bros, but who knows? It could. We'll wait till Christmas, and then maybe things will change. Maybe they'll learn how to play with their in their larger stadium.
I don't know, bro. It seems weird. I just kind of want to see where it goes from here.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I'm glad that I'm not a fan of them, and I'm glad that I haven't been like riding their fucking jock since Gareth Bale was there.
Yeah,
because
it's not going to go good for the rest of the year.
Yeah, it's just not. You guys aren't trending upward. Maybe Harry Kane hits his wall. I know that you say he's 23 years old, but I want to see his birth certificate.
That wall's out there.
I want to see it. He could be 30, man. He could be a Dominican pitcher.
You're right. He might be like a Cuban pitcher.
I'm not buying any of that shit, because
allegedly.
Especially when allegedly. When you look like you're 32 years old, I know that
you might be 32 years old.
Exactly. That's all I'm saying.
Want to get into Arsenal fan TV?
Oh God, Arsenal. Poor Arsenal.
I mean, I was going to blame the jerseys because those are god awful. But check it out, man.
Yeah, we're just gonna send this over. Nick, cue this up, and then we'll start the roast after that.
How much a week? 4 million. Arsenal Football Club, the Arsenal, one of the biggest clubs. I don't give a shit. One of the biggest clubs in the world, fam. You understand? Third biggest club in England, and look how we're behaving. 13 league titles, blood. 13. There's only 3 teams with double figures, blood. Only 3 teams, blood. The most FA Cups, fam. You understand? And look how we're going in, blood. Look how we're going in, fam. It's not fair, blood. We don't deserve this, fam. It's not right, fam. Why? What did we do to him for him to do this? What have we done to them for them to do this to us? We go everywhere. Week in, week out. Everywhere. And look how they treat us. Look how they treat us, fam. They don't give a shit. Why should I give a shit? They don't care. Why should I care? They're not showing passion. They're not showing fight. They're not showing desire. Why should I?
I don't know if you guys know that, but this for Arsenal Fan TV, that's Troops.
Yeah.
And that's the
Arsenal Fan TV is one of the wonders of the internet.
Yeah, it's probably one of the best watches.
If you want
to subscribe to anything, you subscribe to Fan TV.
Can I also say that Arsenal fans seem like they have their own specific accent. Like the real Arsenal fans, the ones that they inevitably end up getting to interview on Arsenal Fan TV.
Yep.
And they always get them after a loss, and they're always furious, but it's a special kind of accent that, like, it's not a North London accent because the Bros don't have it.
No.
It's interesting.
And that's why Troops is my favorite, because he uses blood and fam and cuz so much that, like, he could be from fucking Georgia.
It's true.
Yeah.
It's true. It's just like, where is your background? I don't understand it.
So yeah, it's
but I embrace it.
It's amazing. Yeah, that's the most. And like Troops was not even upset. Like he was just sad.
Yeah, he was just sad.
That's what Arsenal has done to their fan base. They've ground them up in the dust.
They're not even upset. They're just sad.
That's brutal.
It's just sad.
But that's what happens when you get your ass whooped like that, and then you spend all that money on Lacazette, and then you don't play him. You don't play him.
He sits the bench. It's astounding, but I love it. I will watch Arsenal all year.
Yeah, I know.
I think it's great.
I know you love
Dumpster.
I know you love Dumpster Fire. So
Yeah,
this
I
is
do
all
love
you.
Dumpster
And it couldn't happen to a team that you dislike more. So
it's true.
Can we talk about how Oxlade-Chamberlain, Alexis Sanchez, and Mesut Ozil just weren't doing anything?
They did not try.
Was this a friendly?
They didn't. There's a clip. In fact, I think it's at the end of one of those Arsenal TV clips where they call him out and they're like, "This guy's about to go somewhere for 40 million euros or whatever," and he looked like me. Like he Oxlade-Chamberlain tracked back a little bit. He's standing at the top of the 18-yard box, and there's Liverpool dudes all around him, and he just sort of stopped and watched like 2 passes and a goal. He looked like me, like he ran back and he got tired and was like, "Oh, I should have marked that guy."
Yeah,
cool.
It's pretty bad. Like I don't know what's going on in that locker room. I don't know if these young players just tuned out Arsene Wenger.
I have no idea.
He's playing some people out of position. It's kind of weird that he's playing with 3 back, but it's still like, what the hell is happening there?
He's on a weird power play too, bro. Where like he's like, I'm not going anywhere, and I'm also not going to do shit, and you're not going to do shit about it. It's a weird thing where it's just like He's old as fuck. Like, just quit.
Yeah,
just ride out, man. You're gonna get your statue. He's already made his point. He was a world class, groundbreaking manager when he came there. But it's over, man. What are you doing?
This is my thing, though. Was he just groundbreaking, or was he just the only dude recruiting in France?
And making people like not smoke cigarettes and get drunk after games.
Yeah.
I don't know. But at the time, I think that was groundbreaking.
But that is groundbreaking.
It was like him and Fergie were like, why don't we not get wasted all the time?
That's like the first dude that like figured out like burpees.
Yeah, yes, exactly. It's just like, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to stretch after games. And, like, you know, two guys, like, broke a beer bottle on the ground. And they're like, stretch! Outrageous!
Yes, exactly.
Never! Over my dead body. And he shot one of them. And then it was like, off they go.
Guess what, boys?
Yeah.
No more pizza.
Yeah, that was also in
what?
That was also in, like, 1996.
I think the funny thing is
like,
the fact
Thierry
that
Henry was 19 when they came
I think the funny thing is that it took them, like, until 1996 to have their players stop smoking cigarettes in games. Yeah. But in the NFL, they cut that out in, like, the 70s.
Yeah.
It took a little bit longer over there.
After you had to, like, stop clotheslining people to tackle them. Yeah.
But I can imagine English football kind of always being, like, kind of a street fight type thing, and then like this dude like bringing in these revolutionary ideas like resting before games,
blowing people's minds.
Yeah.
But
no, it's over, man.
But that's a long time ago. I don't know what he's doing. I don't think he's going anywhere anytime soon. I think we just sit back and watch the dumpster fire, man.
I think the thing that's worse about them is they have so many players that they can't buy anybody until they sell anybody.
Right. They have the opposite problem of Chelsea.
So they sold Kieran Gibbs to West Brom.
Right.
And so now they have like negative left backs.
Right.
But so they sold him, so now they can buy at least another player, but they still have Joel Campbell, who they never play. Mm-hmm. They still have Alexis Sanchez, who's unresolved.
Yup.
They have a ton of like dudes that are like
sign?
No.
Right, so he's just out there.
Ozil's on 1 year deal. Well, they sold Oxlade-Chamberlain, so now they can make two moves.
Right.
Let's see what they do with those two moves. And they're trying to sell Lucas Perez and a couple other guys to kind of make a couple more moves, but
right.
Who knows? I think that they are trending downward, and it's going to be – they might be dealing with the 8, 9s, and 10s of the world to kind of just like stay relevant.
They'll probably still win the FA Cup, though.
They'll win the FA Cup, but their Champions League, their Europa League propositions aren't looking good.
No,
especially if they lose Alexis Sanchez and don't get anything in return.
Absolutely. Plus, Spurs going to get down there. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see. I think two more teams that are bad getting worse and are in worse trouble than Arsenal, because there's no way Arsenal's going down. They're just kind of an embarrassment. But I think the two you've named here, Palace and West Ham, are both in trouble, bro.
Yeah, they're in big trouble. I think the thing with Palace is they just got this new manager. Got Peter.
He's not going to have enough. He's not going to have enough time, man. They need to pick up points first.
He already had a meeting with the chairman, so that's how you know that like, there's something going on.
You think Sam Allardyce was at that meeting yet, or do you think Sam's just somewhere like
Sam Allardyce
face down in a gutter?
He's in like St. Bart's, just getting his whole gut sunburned. That's exactly what he's doing.
I like to think he just woke up in a pub somewhere.
That's
like
possible too.
Like he's just like, I feel like he quit just to go on a bender. Like he wasn't sad that he got fired. He just quit because he was just like, time for a bender.
Time for his bender. He's like at some pub allegedly saying some really disparaging things about
wearing like a big trench coat even though it's the summer. Like I don't know, but point is, here's a hot take. Sam Allardyce ends up coaching Crystal Palace or West Ham before the end of the year.
Wow.
Maybe both.
Wow. Okay, bud. Maybe both. Anything is possible.
Because West Ham, I like Slaven Bilic, but he's done because they got to pick up some points, and they cannot get relegated. They have to find a way to.
And they're still trying to spend money to bring players in.
I know
they got to pay for that stadium. What the fuck are they going to do if they get relegated and if they go?
I don't know, bro.
You're in the championship with that gigantic stadium,
in the fucking Olympic stadium. I have no idea. So they can't. They have to find a way to stay up.
But here's some spice I've been hearing.
Ooh.
Some spice I've been hearing is that they're going to fire Bilic, poach.
I think I know this.
Poach Rafa Benitez.
You think Rafa goes? I think
Rafa goes.
Dude, I thought
they're not spending the money that he wants them to spend.
I thought he had a spiritual connection with Newcastle, but I think if I'm Rafa, I'd go.
Yeah, West Ham's spending money.
They're going to open the checkbook again in January.
They're spending money. They're going to give you the dough to be successful, and it's obvious that Mike Ashley at Newcastle is just not
a dickhead.
Yeah. He's washing dough, but he's not washing dough on allegedly washing dough on Abramovich levels.
No.
He's washing dough on like your fucking neighbor's neighbor's dad.
Yes, like that's
just like he owns like 4 car washes and he's just like funneling like
yes, that's exactly it. Like he has like a chain of stores.
maybe like a Bob Bashir style. Like that's kind of what Mike Ashley is. Mike Ashley is the Bob Bashir of the Premier League.
Yeah, they got to find a way to stay up too though, because Newcastle can't keep going back down.
No,
they got to find a way to finish 17th. Or whatever.
I think it's funny because they're trying to use all these English dudes with a couple of speckles of European talent, and
it ain't working out.
No,
it hasn't worked out for about 5 years.
No, bro, you gotta get some foreign talent in there because everybody else at the top has foreign talent. So do you think? Right. So who do you think is getting fired first? Between it's got to be one of these two guys. It's got to be Crystal Palace or West Brom. Who do you think?
Village is getting fired first.
Absolutely,
because they've been so bad and they've spent way more money. And like you say, Palace, maybe they're going to try and give him a little bit of time to get his ideas going, and they really should. Mm-hmm. I think Bilic is done. I mean, to be honest with you, like they got to win the next game or two, or he's done already.
Oh, yeah, for sure. If they lose the first game after the international break, he's gone.
Probably done.
And this is what I'm saying. I'm saying that Bilic gets fired, Rafa takes his spot. Guess who manages Newcastle?
Pardo.
Boom.
The return.
Yeah, we're bringing the shimmy back.
He had to find his way back in here at some point. He's not coaching Rangers right now.
Pardew is coming back to the Premier League, and it's going to be with Newcastle.
Yes,
and he'll probably try to sign Loic Remy.
That's so spicy.
Yeah,
I hope for it.
Also, let's not. It's not in the outline, but I forgot to let you know that your boy. Did you see your boy Tammy Abraham score a really nice contested goal for Swansea?
I have not seen that, but that's good news because. God damn it, that guy better be on Chelsea next year.
He looks good, man.
That guy better be on Chelsea.
He looks like what you wanted Batshuayi to be like.
He's what Michy Batshuayi should be.
Yeah.
I hate Michy Batshuayi.
We know. So let's move on. Let's hit the other leagues right now. We're going to do a quick little run through.
I mean, Bayern has looked good. Dortmund has looked better than Bayern, honestly, but they're both going to truck people, and then Bayern just gets more points than Dortmund. I don't know. I hope it's more of a race, but I don't know, man. I like the football that they play in the Bundesliga, but as far as drama, it just
ain't there.
It ain't there.
No, it's just like
I like the atmosphere. I'm kind of coming around to the way that Fox is covering it. I mean, I don't like what's his name, Eric Wijnaldum.
Yeah,
he creeps me out. But I mean, as long as he's not like you're not in a room with him, like he can't do any weird shit, and like he's kind of funny. The other bro that they have that played at Dortmund that does the coverage is fine. The Scottish dude that runs the coverage is cool, and then when he's not on there, Kate Abdo is, and she's hot. So I like it. They're putting some more into the coverage. The pregame is longer.
Yeah, it's gotten a little bit better. It's improved.
Right now, I got FS2.
Oh, so you got FS2, so you're getting even more coverage.
It's a brave new world, man.
Nice.
I'm a cable free agent starting Saturday, so we're going to have to talk about that. I need all of the channels.
Yeah, bro.
All of the soccer channels.
Well, the good thing for you is that since you're going to be a new cable buyer, that you're going to get all the deals.
That's true.
So yeah, you'll be on point. So yeah, like basically everything is on schedule with Bayern and Dortmund. The only notable thing is Muller is not. He's not sitting well. He came on as a sub this last match. I know he's not pumped about that. He said something about his skills aren't what's needed aren't valued at the team or something like that.
This has just come up too late. Ancelotti is an old Chelsea manager. We need a backup forward. Come on, baby. We'll play 2 up top. We'll play that 3-5-2.
Yeah, that's the thing, though.
Muller and Morata.
The thing about it is that Muller he's only played for Bayern. So when he bitches,
he's way too German. He's not.
I can't see him playing anywhere.
No, he's way too German.
And he's like a goofy dude. I think
even when he's done at Bayern, like he's going to play at like Werder Bremen.
Yeah,
like,
he's going to play.
He's going to play at Wolfsburg. Like he's German.
He's Bundesliga. Fuck. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he's got Bundesliga life tattooed on his stomach. I think I saw that.
An awesome tattoo.
I'm not 100% sure on that.
But in German, it's like 44 characters. So.
Yeah, it's a ton of characters, and it looks really aggressive.
Yeah,
no matter what.
Yeah, it just looks scary. Like ugh. Anyways,
but yeah, Leipzig is they're doing okay. I hope they fare well in the Champions League, but I don't know if their squad is just so young, man.
Yeah,
and they got a bunch of dudes who want to leave.
Yeah,
they're kind of just like, hey, we've been at Leipzig for a while. Our kits are very ugly.
Yeah.
They're very basic. Yeah. Every Red Bull team has the same kit layout than us.
Do I play in New York or do I play here?
Yeah, I don't know. So I could see them wanting to leave, and I'm pretty sure they're sick of like really aggressive color schemed like locker rooms.
Yeah. I mean, but it's good to see a third team that's all right. I don't know. I like watching Dortmund games a lot, especially the home games. I think they got an exciting team. Bayern is a good team. They'll be somebody in the Champions League, but I mean, the Bundesliga is kind of a yawn at this point.
Yeah, Hoffenheim, I was really impressed with them though. I think they have some really nice skilled players. So like I'll definitely tune into them, and I'm gonna check out Wolfsburg now that they had John Anthony Brooks. They also got a couple other. Rishi Bazoar is like one of my he's a FIFA favorite of mine.
No, there's talent in the league for sure, and it's not just on these couple 3 teams. So that's why I like watching it. But as far as like the drama and a compelling race, ain't gonna happen.
Yeah, ain't gonna happen.
I mean, La Liga, we've touched on it. It's a 3-team race. It almost seems like none of those teams are still in preseason right now. Atletico, I think, has dropped points already. Barcelona is a mess still. Chrissy's not even playing. They're dropping points.
Yeah,
it feels like that season hasn't even started yet.
No, that season doesn't really start till about the middle. Like once Champions League starts, then they start picking everything
because
up.
Then they got to get ready for that, and then they play like the A- or the B squad in the league. But I mean, what can you say about that? Till Chrissy and everybody's playing, like forget it.
Basically, Spain's got the Champions League on lock, so you don't even really need to watch La Liga. You just watch them in the group play, watch them in the knockout rounds. It's always these 3. All you got to do is know those 3 teams.
I'm much more excited about getting my beIN Sports back and being able to watch French league.
Yeah, Ligue 1 is
Ligue 1 is going to be nice.
It's going to be nice, and it's not just
Neymar in the league is going to be cool.
Neymar's huge, and let's not forget that Marseille they got Payet. Yes. They still got all these there's a lot of skilled teams
Nice.
there.
I'm excited about that because I was not able to watch them for most of last year. So I'm excited about being able to just tune in and watch some of those games. That'll be cool.
Yeah, and Paris and Monaco are playing really well, even though Monaco has been poached by a lot of people.
Rated, yeah.
They spent a lot of good money. They just signed Balde Keita from was it not Napoli? Is it Napoli?
It wasn't Napoli? I know who you're talking about.
Yeah, Balde Keita from Serie A. Really, really explosive winger. I'm pretty sure they're going to play him in the top 2.
Yeah.
It's going to work out really well.
No, they'll be all right. I mean, obviously, PSG has moved ahead of them again and should finish comfortably ahead of them. But the rest of those Champions League spots, like you say, with those other teams, with Nice, with Monaco, with Marseille, with Lyon, even like all these teams are going to keep improving, and I like the football they play too.
Yeah,
much like the Bundesliga, it's younger teams,
faster, more up and down. You're going to get a lot of goals. They tend to
run more, so I like it. I like it. I'm looking forward to being able to watch a lot more of that.
Monaco scored like 6 goals last week.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's always going to be good. And then now that you're getting beIN Sports, they have a really good league on show.
Do they?
Really, really good. They cover it every week. It's always kind of like a week behind. It shows like the matches from the week before.
Oh,
and they show the top 10 matches. Yeah, nice. So it's a pretty good show.
All right, I mean, you want to get into this Champions League real quick?
Yeah. Let's roll right into it.
Just run right through the group?
Yeah, so the group stages were set
came out
last week. Yeah.
Some teams fared well. Some teams got really screwed.
Yeah, it just depends on who you're following.
Right.
If you're a Premier League fan, then if you happen to be a bro that's got on boat shoes right now,
you're sad.
Maybe wears flip flops and khakis way too late into the year.
I mean, you're sad.
Yeah, you're pretty sad right now
because you got the group of death. But if you're not that specific, bro, and you still follow the Premier League, everybody else not so bad.
Pretty good. Yeah.
I mean, Group A is Basel, United, CSK Moscow, and Benfica. So that's. None of those teams are really pushovers, but United's winning that league.
United should win that group. If they don't win that group, there's something wrong.
Yeah, United's winning that group. So,
and you kind of need to, just because of how heavy these groups are. You want the best draw. You want to be in the best pot possible.
You're trying to get the best, and you're trying to get the best draw for round of 16.
Yeah.
So I think out of that, it's United, and then it's somebody else.
I'm gonna go with Benfica.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, Benfica's just a good team from Portugal. They're always kind of in it, and I don't really see Basel or Moscow really hanging with those boys.
No. Group B, return of the barrage.
Oh yeah.
Group B is Celtic, Bayern Munich, PSG, and Anderlecht.
We're going to see the Braj. Yeah, we're going to see the Braj getting his ass kicked a lot in this one.
Yeah, the Braj is going to get a touchdown hung on him a couple times.
Yeah, also, he's also honorable mention for Tattoo Tan.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Braj definitely had some work done.
Yeah, he's definitely got a whole new set of teeth in. I think he's
a weird guy,
Yeah, he's
bro.
super weirdo. If he doesn't lose Moussa Dembele, maybe he beats Anderlecht and maybe gets a draw at home with
he's a weird guy,
somebody playing. But yeah, they're not going to get out of here. But the chances are that they'll get into the Europa League and be able to make a deep run in there.
Yeah.
Works out because they're going to have their league wrapped up in October. So
yeah, but I mean that's definitely Bayern PSG.
Yeah, there's no way Bayern and PSG don't get out of that one.
Group C's a little spicier.
It's spicy. It's not.
It's Roma, Chelsea, Atletico Madrid, and a team from somewhere. Karabag, I think is how they're called, how they're pronounced. And they're
Karabag is basically
Azerbaijan.
Yeah, that's a team that that's basically a team that you think is all just like a made up team on the video game. You don't know if the players are real or not.
Well, we're gonna find out because that's who Chelsea opens with, and they better not Burnley this.
No, that's gonna be an ass whooping.
Right.
It's gonna be tough for Chelsea because Roma plays tough. They've sold a lot of their players, but I think that the Italian way, it's gonna be it's gonna be interesting to see Conte play against an Italian squad.
Straight up, if they don't find a way to finish second in this group, Conte is getting fired. Straight up, that's a hot take. That's it. If they don't come out of this group, at least by finishing second, that dude's getting fired.
I think Conte quits if that happens.
Like
Conte will not play in the Europa League.
Like I understand that Azerbaijan is a long way away, and you got to travel there one time. And Roma's not a garbage squad. I saw him in preseason, sort of, because I was kind of blacked out.
He did not see them. He was in attendance.
Yeah, I sat in front of a game that they played, but Chelsea's got to find a way to finish second, hands down, bar none. And Diego Costa's going to score so many goals against them when he plays them. It'll be the hardest you ever see that man try.
You heard it here first.
That's enough from Group C.
Let's roll down to Group D.
Group D's a little top heavy. It's Barcelona, Juventus, Olympiacos, and Sporting from Portugal.
Yeah, Sporting. Yeah, who cares? It's
top two.
It's Juve and
Barca. I mean, seeing them play twice will be cool after Juve knocked them out last year.
Yeah, let's see what Barca even looks like. No one even fucking knows.
Group E is Spartak Moscow, Liverpool, Maribor. I don't know where they're from, and Sevilla.
So yeah, that's a really good draw for a team that had to play their way into the Champions League. I'm pretty sure if you're a bro with flip flops and a puka shell necklace, you're really upset right now because they're like, how would Liverpool get a draw when my bro team is struggling?
Second.
Yeah.
Right. Well, look, here's one thing that I did want to touch on that I saw somebody point out. They're worried because Spartak Moscow and CSK Moscow, they're the two teams in Russia that are known for the worst hooliganism amongst their fans.
Nice.
And United and Liverpool play night games in Moscow back-to-back nights in the middle of the month.
Yeah,
so they're literally worried about like crowd control because it's two big European clubs coming into Moscow playing Champions League games early enough that neither of those teams will be iced out of the competition too, and they're worried about that getting crazy.
If you're a Liverpool supporter, don't go to that one.
Yeah, hell no, because you might get stabbed.
Yeah, you're gonna get hit over the head with a goddamn club.
That said, Liverpool gets out of this group, man.
Oh yeah, they get out of
this group.
They get out of that group, and I'm really pumped to see them in Sevilla play after Sevilla stole the Europa League from us. 4 handballs. That
was garbage. But I think they get out.
Yeah.
Group F is Shakhtar, Feyenoord, City, and Napoli. City wins this group. They got too many guys. They win the group.
Yep, City and Napoli get out of this one. Napoli is too good to even be dealing with any of those two lesser squads, so not really that dramatic.
Group G is an interesting group. Group G is Monaco, Besiktas, Porto, and RB Leipzig.
Oh, those bro beers are affecting Pat right now. Get it out, bro. Just get it out. It's
all right. No, I'm good.
All right. So yeah, Monaco's getting out of this one, and it's going to be interesting because Porto is no slouch. Neither is Leipzig.
I think Porto gets out because that's what Porto does. I think it's Monaco and Porto that get out.
Yeah, I think so too. I think that Leipzig's just not ready for. They're not ready for that jelly.
Yeah, they're just happy to be here. Now, unhappy to be here.
Whoa,
Group H. The group of death.
If you're a bro right now, you're just driving off in the distance, listening to Jack Johnson, and one single tear is rolling down your face.
Or it's a little bit like one of those montages from Rocky IV after Apollo Creed dies.
You're in the Jeep with the fucking doors. Yep. The doors popped open and the roof off, just blasting some sad rock. Maybe some Ben Harper crying your fucking dick off.
It's true, because the group is some team that I don't know. Borussia Dortmund, Real Madrid, and Tottenham Hotspur. And Tottenham Hotspur is in a world of hurt.
Oh, absolutely. Because you're gonna get full Chrissy, perfectly coiffed hair.
Everyone's trying.
Brown pecs.
And you can't win home games.
No, and you're playing at Wembley.
Yeah, and guess what? If you can't win home games, you can't win road games here either.
You're playing against.
You're not winning at Dortmund, and you are not winning at Madrid.
You're playing against Real Madrid with Musa Sissoko on your team.
You are fucked.
Not looking good. So it's going to be nice to see them in the Europa League, but that's
where they belong.
That is the draw for the Champions League. We did not do the Europa League because no one cares until the knockout rounds.
Yeah. See you in the Europa League, Tottenham.
Yeah.
All right. How about we talk about a little bit of upcoming football here?
Well, yeah, it's the international break right now, so we wanted to hit you guys off with some, America First preview. I know we've been dancing around Europe a bit, so you think that we might not care about this country,
but we care.
Yeah, we're standing up for the national anthem right now. I think, yeah.
Whenever we play it.
Yeah, we are talking about Bruce Arena's team that he called up 26 dudes to the national squad for these.
It seems like he wasn't fucking around, man.
Well, these are pretty big qualifiers.
Yeah, I mean, they've got Costa Rica at home, and then they go to Honduras, I believe.
Yep, and Costa Rica. Remember, Costa Rica is the match where that got Klinsmann fired. So
correct. And then the last time they played them at home was in the snow.
Yeah,
in a qualifier. So they need this game. They're playing them at Red Bull Stadium in New York.
Nice.
So they're wondering what the crowd makeup will be. I can't believe there's that many Costa Ricans in New York, that there's not going to be majority U.S. fans, but we'll see. That's first up. That's this weekend, or is that Monday?
I think that's this weekend.
Let's fact check this right quick.
We got Pat going on a deep dive, making sure that his facts are correct.
We
normally don't do that because we don't really care about facts.
That's
but
true.
Because it's USA and we care about America.
All right, let's get an update on that. They play Friday.
Boom.
So that's the day after tomorrow.
Head to your local watering hole with your bros.
6:55 p.m.
Grab your denim Eric Wijnaldum kit.
Yes.
And be out there and support.
I'm going to order one of those right now. Okay, so that's the first game. I mean, like I said, they brought up essentially everybody they could bring up. I think the only guy that missed is Yedlin because he's hurt. But Timmy Howard's here, so he'll be playing goalie, hopefully, instead of Brad Guzan. DeMarcus Beasley somehow is still on the roster.
Pizzagate truther Jeff Cameron is on the roster, so you know that there's going to be some serious. They mean business when they're bringing in Hitler Youth haircut Jeff Cameron.
Yeah, but all the dudes that didn't play in the Gold Cup that were based in Europe, like Fabian Johnson, Pulisic on the roster, Big Clint Dempsey's in. Chris Wondolowski made it somehow. Bobby Wood is back.
Yeah. It's a nice squad. It's for a U.S. squad, for them to be playing against teams in this region. It's a pretty beastly squad.
Yeah, it is.
Like, I'm just looking at that midfield, and if you can get Kellen Acosta with the full squad with Pulisic and Nagbe and Bradley. That's a really creative attack.
They need to win these two games. They need to go down to Honduras and win the game, and it looks like they got a team that can do that, and they need to win this game against Costa Rica.
And hey, do that shit. And don't worry about it, because guess what? You got Timmy Howard in goal, so you don't have to worry about Brad Guzan fucking your life up for you.
It's true. And it's warm out, so he's not going to pull anything.
Let's see. Right. We'll wait and see.
I love you, Tim Howard.
All right, so we're going to go even more local.
Oh, let's do it.
I know that we have fans from all over the world that are following this podcast, but we're going to talk about Detroit for about 15 seconds.
Yeah.
There's a pretty impressive, I guess they're not a pro team at this point.
No, still semi-pro.
Detroit City FC.
Yeah.
They're, if you're anywhere around Detroit, if you're at any kind of music fest or farmer's market or Dally in the Alley, you'll see a lot of DCFC kits.
It's getting out here to the suburbs too, man. Let me tell you.
Oh yeah, they're out there. Like if you're a dad and you want to take your kids to a match, you're going to take them to a DCFC match.
Absolutely, because kids love soccer, and this is soccer. But Right now, it seems like it's a bit small potatoes still, and there's an article in Cranes from, a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago? Can't really see it because they're trying to make me order Cranes Detroit right now, and I don't want to do it. But essentially, they're talking about trying to get new investors and move up at least one tier to either the USL in the third tier or NASL in the second tier, depending on how much money
they can bring in.
Right, and it just depends. Basically, you just need a certain amount of money to be able to buy in.
So how do you feel about that?
I feel really good about it.
I think I'd like for them to go into the NASL. I just don't know if they have the funding to be able to pull that move to jump up 2 levels because now a lot of their players they're not paying. So in order, so now you have to rebuild your whole roster. Like maybe not rebuild your roster, but do your players that you have right now, are they good enough to play in the NASL?
Absolutely not. They need to overhaul the organization. They need scouts that know how to scout at that level. Like it truly transforms that organization.
It's a pretty big undertaking, and that also would mean that there might be, if they grow, then there might be jobs there for young-ish, old podcasters that
like me and you
are a little abrasive.
Yeah, I'm happy to help.
A little salt and pepper added to that equation.
They could use a little spice.
I'll call those matches.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. So
I was talking about scouting. I'm like, I'll be scouting the Southeast, no problem.
No, I'm down with it too. So yeah, I think that it's pretty exciting. I think that it's also funny that they're trying to go pro the same time that we just got the grant to build the stadium.
Yeah,
they're moving that jail.
Yeah,
they realized that Detroit doesn't need another jail, and they're going to try and create this this soccer multiplex.
So here's my 2 cents on that, right? Because now we've already put in a bid to be an MLS expansion team. As we know, you cannot just have your little team move up the ranks yet because there is no promotion relegation. No. You got to pay to play because this is the United States of America. Here's my 2 cents on this. If they go into the USL and buy in that way, stay in the third tier, they probably get bought up and go and just become the MLS team when they get it. If they go NASL and they get that much money, and I forget what the difference was. I'm trying to read through the article right quick. But it was a pretty significant difference in how much money they needed to raise between second tier and third tier. If they can go up to second tier, they might not just sell out to Gorse and Gilbert.
No.
And it might end up being 2 teams.
No, I think the thing about DCFC is their fans are fucking diehard, and I don't think that they would take too kindly to buying out into being in the MLS.
Excuse me, it was USL is actually the other second tier league. It's this new league that's starting. The NISA would be the third tier league. Sorry about that.
You're okay.
I'm all over the place.
But you got to go USL. I think you got to go as high as you can.
Yeah, I think you got to go. You got to go into the second league
because I think if you're in the USL, you're eligible for that cup.
Correct.
So I think that's a big.
You get in the second division, you're eligible. Well, I mean, they play in that cup anyways. They just play in like the first.
Oh yeah, they get knocked out of the cup.
They play the Michigan Bucks or whatever and get knocked out. But this is an interesting thing. Just you can already tell that this is an organization with aspirations to move higher. They're not happy being just this kind of novelty thing. And it's weird because any of their fan groups that you hear out there that get asked for some reason when they're the diehard ultra fans, the people that are up front for them when they get asked about MLS, they're wholeheartedly against it. They don't want it. They think it's dumb. I think that's insane. To me, you would want what they've built already to be brought to the highest platform possible.
Yeah,
and at this point, I think it's NASL. It's in Tier 2. NASL does have a TV deal with beIN Sports and now ESPN3, so they're going to start to at least stream games live on ESPN.com. So there is that jump as well instead of just watching it like on a Facebook stream. So that's maybe perhaps at this very moment as high as they can go. But honestly, I think this does end up with them coming to an agreement with the MLS group with Gorse and Gilbert. And why not?
The sellout is in, man. They have
to do it. I mean, to me, I was at the last game that they played when they lost to that team from Texas in the playoffs. It was a 0-0 game. They lost on penalties, and there was like 7,500 people there, or 7,800 people there. It was rowdy as hell. I was in the student section side, and it was rowdy as hell. And to me, if you can get 3,000-4,000 people to do that, why couldn't you get 12,000 people to do that and be out the one end like the Cop or like the Yellow Wall in Dortmund. No. I think you got to do that.
I think
you
the
have to sell out.
The sellout is in. They have the color scheme. They already have the Chevy deal.
Yep.
They have the sponsors. I think that it's just easy, especially for Gores and Gilbert, who have no idea about running a club, to just have one that's already ready made.
Right.
You don't have to worry about you don't have to worry about the name. You don't have to worry about any of that stuff.
And honestly,
you can just be a rich white dude and just splash cash.
Right. And honestly, everybody's worried about what they're going to do to the club. Like, there's certain things with MLS now. You have to set up an academy if you're an MLS team, and I'm almost positive that is a prerequisite of being an expansion team. You got to do that. So you're going to have an academy. You're going to have to build that facility somewhere.
Well, boom, you can use the DCFC facility in Hamtramck that they got right now.
Absolutely.
Boom, there's your academy right there.
Yeah, I mean, you buy up the old baseball stadium that's over there, knock that down, and you could build out your weight facilities and all that. To me, it's not more money in the organization like that. As long as it keeps its head on straight, it helps. So I'm pumped about that. This was cool to see.
It's really cool to see, and they're going to tax the Detroiters for all these buildings that they're making anyway. So boom, you're getting paid twice.
Right.
So yeah,
they get the game.
That's perfect. So yeah, I think that the sellout is in. It's going to happen whether you want it to or not. And now it's just a fact of MLS just making it happen. Yeah. Quick question before we jump in: if they get the team in 2020, who's the washed up European you think they bring in?
Washed up by 2020? I don't know. Like, what fits? I don't know. That's a weird one.
I could see Wayne Rooney playing in Detroit.
No.
Yep.
No.
He's already used to dreary weather.
Damn, bro.
It's England and Detroit. The weather's not that much different. Yeah. He'll have a nice little loft down here. He'll make some.
Liverpool and Detroit is not that different.
He'll make some money. I'm telling you. I could see a Wayne Rooney. Coming here.
I'm going to hold out to see which Premier League team we end up signing the deal with, like NYCFC and City. Who do we tie in with? Because then that'll tell you. If we get tied in with a major European club, they're just going to start sending their Frank Lampards this way.
Whatever, man. We'll probably be tied up with Stoke. So you're not going to.
No, I don't think it'd be Stoke. I think it'd be even weirder. Like, we'll get somebody on the continent,
like Fulham.
Oh, Fulham, the most American English team there is.
Absolutely.
No, I think it gets even weirder. Like, it's somebody on the continent, like Schalke or something weird like that.
Yeah, I could see a Bundesliga team doing that. I could see that too. You're absolutely right.
Maybe, because that Bundesliga's got a lot of car money in it too. Stuttgart, Wolfsburg, that's all car money. I don't know. It's weird, but we'll definitely have a washed up guy. Yeah, I don't know. I got to think about that.
Yeah. Take your time, man. We got plenty of pods. We got a lot of content to fill.
We'll get back to that. I'm going to let that answer find me.
So yeah, we're going to just keep speeding through this because we got a lot of goddamn.
That's true.
Got a lot of goddamn content.
We do.
And we're gonna get into Kit Watch.
Kit Watch, baby.
We are just going to break down the kits from this year in the Premier League. Which ones that we think are absolutely fucking ugly, and which ones that we think are pretty fucking fresh, and which ones that we think, if you're a baller and you want like your side bitch to wear at night when she's at your house, then you want a $100 night shirt, then we have those.
If you need a $100 night shirt, we got you too.
We have those as well. So, Pat, do you want to start with the ones that you thought were absolutely hideous?
All right. So, yeah, I mean, when I was talking about this earlier, it's just I don't know that they've even released all of the kits, like some of the third kits. So,
these are just the home and aways.
Disclaimer on that. Obviously, the most hideous kits are often the third kits, but just from what we've seen so far, Premier League kits, the three worst that I've seen, Watford, Southampton, and Huddersfield, are all garbage.
Yep.
The Watford home jerseys normally look fine. They are nasty. I don't know what they're doing. It looks like a practice jersey. And where is their away jersey?
Their home kit is definitely a night shirt for your girl who you don't want anyone to see sneaking into your house.
Yes.
It's a yellow, really pissy, awful. Oh. And then their away kit is basically Middlesbrough.
It does. It looks like a late 90s like template kit that they just like redid. Just like red with a black stripe. It's garbage.
And their sponsor is FX Pro. It honestly looks like it looks like someone designed that on like a Macintosh computer. I'm right there with you because Huddersfield's away looks like straight trash as well.
So Southampton is now, I think this is the second year they're with Under Armour.
Yep.
Now, it was my understanding that they were stripes. They don't have any stripes on their home jersey, so that's very strange.
Yeah, it's just like this weird two-tone with like red sleeves.
Kind of garbage. And where their second one was much more disturbing. Oh, where did it go?
Oh, see, that's where we're gonna differ.
Oh, Stokes away is bad too. Did you like that? Oh, yeah, it's teal and black.
Yeah.
Ooh, no, I didn't like that at all.
Reminiscent of the Miami Dolphins third alternates. So those are the ones that you were not. Those are the ones you were hating the most.
No, the one that I hated the most was Huddersfield because I think that
those red and blacks.
Well, first, the regular home jersey is just very strange. It's a very strange blue and white with some kind of gradient on it, and it's a Puma jersey, so it's going to be skin tight and weird.
Yeah, you're going to see nipples. Yeah,
but yeah, the all-time worst jersey on this list was this black and white and red tie-dye crap that they're going to wear on the road. It's so bad, it's almost good, but it's not quite that bad.
Yeah, it's terrible. I think the worst thing about it, and that was and like we're basically like in agreement with everything except for I got Arsenal's aways in here too.
Oh, the popsicle ones that they wore in that ass whooping on Sunday? Yeah, they're terrible.
That's also another night shirt, but that's for like it's a little bit nicer. It's teal, so like it can be for your more attractive side bitch that you can wear that. But yeah, the Huddersfield aways are terrible. They're basically some throwbacks to the 90s. I only think that the way that you can improve those is maybe if you made all the players wear 90s style fucking shorts.
Yeah, like everybody would have to wear the baggy ass jerseys too.
Yeah, they have to wear the baggy ass jerseys with the short ass shorts with their whole quads out. That's the only way you can get fucking hurt. I had honorable mentions for Liverpool's away. That checkered, that white checkered spot.
Oh yeah, it's. The only reason that that's not on there for me is because it's not last year's away jerseys, which were the lime green ones.
Yeah, those are terrible.
Those are disturbingly bad.
So what are your favorites?
Spurs has the nicest kit. The home jerseys are clean. The away jerseys are nice. When they were wearing the navy blue with the white shorts and they got navy blue with the blue shorts, Nike hooked them up. United's home jerseys are nice. The black kind of alternates are cool. I like Chelsea. I don't know about the all white with the blue socks on the road, but it looks like they got the blue right. It's super clean. And then Liverpool's home jerseys are fucking sick. I like those too.
Nice. That's what you get from Pat. You get a classic. He wants classic looks. He likes like Penn State. He doesn't want.
Whoa! That's not Penn State. We're not diddling kids here, and that's not even allegedly. Fuck Penn State.
He doesn't like flash. He likes the classic kits.
It's the original six, man. Give me Red Wings. Give me the Boston Bruins. I'll take Michigan football.
I want a little flashier just because like I like that flash. I really, really like Stokes. I think it's the socks. The Stoke aways. I love the striped red socks that they have.
Oh.
The blue and red striped socks.
No.
The Liverpool
more of that, please.
The Liverpool homes
are nice.
Classics. I like the West Brom aways. I like just that straight white red with the red shorts.
Okay.
I really like the Southampton aways. Maybe not the shorts, but like I could rock that top at a club in Miami, and I could
West
get
Brom
in.
aways are. I look like Team USA.
Yeah, I like those red socks too. And then I like the wine Manchester City boys.
Do you like the purple ones?
Yeah,
their
like
home
those
kids
ones.
look nice too.
They look good. They look good on TV too. So I think those are my five. Honorable mention goes to Chelsea. I like their layout. I really like I like Leicester's color shade of blue, and their blacks are cool. And then I like the Huddersfield home. I like the fucking the gradient on the stripe. It's a little flashy, but I like that they go with that. They offset that with the white shorts.
Here's the two honorable mentions: Swansea, even though they're on this garbage, whatever company this is, Yoma.
The Wales inspired one was nice too.
Yeah, I mean this is the home jersey is just clean though. That looks cool. And the other one that was honorable mention that I forgot about. Burnley does the best they can with brown and blue, and the ways look nice. Just a little pinstripe, little brown pinstripe.
Looks much better than Aston Villa. So
yeah, with John Terry United.
So yeah, well, as these third alternate kits keep dropping, we'll let you guys know what we think is trash and what we think is not. Apparently, our opinions will change because cultural differences.
Yeah, maybe I've had more bro beers. Maybe I've had less.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know.
So we're gonna roll right into what the fuck, bro. There was more than enough shit that went down these last couple weeks that we could discuss. So let's just roll right into it.
The first one, this is Tier 2 French football. Apparently, the fans in the home end are getting on this
the League Two goalkeeper.
Poor middle-aged goalkeeper.
I think it's Nazi. So I think they were up and they got relegated, but whatever. They're basically a trash ass squad.
When I first read this, I thought they were calling him a Nancy goalkeeper. I'm like, man, this guy must be soft. Then I figured out that he kicked a ball into the crowd like this, and I was like, okay, that's pretty tough. So he kicks the ball. He turns around and like they're giving it to him. And he's not going to have, and you can tell he's agitated. He turns around and punts the ball straight into the away fans in the one end
with some like spice on. He puts a little heat on it.
It wasn't like he lobbed it like it was a goal kick. No, he turned around and fired this into the crowd. And you're like, wow, that's pretty bold. That's crazy. That's the end of the video, but it's not because then the crowd starts coming down the field.
Yeah, the ultras come out,
not having it.
Yeah,
but in classic French style. All of a sudden, the bench clears because they can see dudes rushing him from behind, and the crowd starts getting on the field, and then nobody does anything.
Yeah, it's just a lot of shoving. It's a really nice high school fight.
Yeah, there's just a lot of shoving where this, like, right before they come together, you're like, this could get gnarly. Because, I mean, in France, they do fight on the field. They beat up players. Like, that goes down. This was weak as hell.
Yeah, these teams aren't really ready for it, and they realize that they're in League Two.
Yeah, so what do we learn? If you play goalie in League Two, feel free to kick a ball in the stands.
Exactly, and we'll send this onto the deep links that we're going to send out here with this pod so you can enjoy the fucking.
You can drink it in, too.
Oh, yes. And we're just rolling right through this.
Power right through these if we can.
Yeah. Is this the Kevin and Kudu? Yes, Kevin and Kudu.
Yes.
Let's not forget that Kevin and Kudu was the same dude that they caught wearing a full-on Michy Batshuayi kit in the summer.
Yo, we need him just to be a body. Like, come on down. Yeah, you look like you could play wingback. Come on.
Yeah, he could play wingback. So, I think once the Champions League draw dropped, he immediately said,
"Well, there's a group of death for us." And then just a couple of hashtags and
come
three
on,
like
you Spurs.
Yeah. And a couple of the biceps with just like a little clip of their group, and it was just like basically him being like, "Well, see you in Europa League."
That's exactly, and like, listen, he's being realistic, but
don't get mad at him because he's not lying.
But that's the thing. I heard a record scratch, and the dude stops driving his Jack Johnson record and just veers off on the side of the road because you don't say that about the Spurs.
You don't talk about the bros like that.
You don't talk about bros like that, man. Yeah. No matter what, they're going to come out on top because that's what
bros do.
Listen, I love
crab cakes in football. That's what Maryland does.
Exactly. I love white privilege, so I'm going to white privilege these Spurs into this group.
You know, who doesn't love white privilege? Man?
Exactly.
Allegedly.
So that's so obviously Nkudu is either going to get sold or never played again.
Thrown off the air this week.
Yeah, so let's move on to one of our favorites.
This is awesome. Now, I don't know how you came across this. And at first I thought this was just some kind of bullshit French League game or even maybe like a preseason game. Wrong. This is the second leg of the qualifier between Nice and Napoli.
Yep.
It's the home leg too.
Yep.
So
and they were just down two. They were down 2-0 after the opposite leg. So they needed this.
So they're playing at home. Ballo plays the whole first half, rocking whatever jewelry he's rocking. He comes out for the second half, and instead of taking his bracelet off, it appears he just wraps tape around it so he can just keep it on. The second half starts. He's on the sideline arguing with the fourth referee. This is like a minute and a half clip that he's still arguing, and you could hear him arguing with them.
Yeah, the sound caught him arguing with the ref about
the fourth referee.
They're not letting him onto the pitch.
Napoli kicks off. Ball goes back to the goalie. Comes back around. They end up scoring an away goal while he's on the sideline arguing with the fourth referee about a bracelet that he just put tape over.
Basically just sewing up the match and sewing up their Europa League dreams.
That's how few fucks Mario Balotelli gets.
That's Balotelli as fuck.
Yeah, just like, you know what? I'm keeping this bracelet on.
That's why he's not getting called back up into the Italian squad. That's why he's not going to play anywhere else other than in France. And I'm perfectly fine with it. He's perfect for France.
Such a good goal, too.
It's just
he is perfect for the
goal.
French league.
It's the most Ballo thing you could do.
Like, it was so bad that it was great. I loved it.
Oh, yeah, it was great.
Oh, man. All right, keep it rolling.
All right, what do we got? What the fuck, bro?
Oh, this is what the fuck, bro. This is the other half of the story from earlier. This is Barcelona suing Neymar.
Why the fuck are you trying to sue Neymar for $8 million?
Yeah. Like he don't have it. Like the Qataris didn't hook him up with a fat check. Like his dad couldn't cover that. Like
Barcelona
here's your $8 million.
They're acting like that salty ass girl that you broke up with.
Yes.
That keeps texting you about, hey, you got my DVD, the OC?
Yes.
Where's it? I'm coming back to get that shit.
I know you have it.
Bitch, nobody uses DVDs anymore. Why are you?
That's basically what Neymar's saying.
That's exactly what's happening right now.
Bitch, no one cares about this. Take this money.
It's a real petty move for Barca to be doing. Like, listen, I know that you can't get who you want to get.
I love it, though.
Like, that's your front office, man.
Yeah.
Deal with your front office. Neymar's going to drop that $8 million, but, like, it's beyond petty. This is after they already delayed his debut there.
They have so much money at PSG right now that Neymar might have $8.5 million on him.
He does.
Like he probably just gave that to Suarez in an envelope and was like, "Yo, take this home with you, man."
He probably did the money phone with it and then just threw it right to them.
Yeah, I mean, but it's so petty. So it is. What the fuck?
That's
Barcelona?
Beneath you guys. You guys have a worldwide fans. Like, let this dude move on.
And you're suing him over $8.5 million. Fuck you guys.
Arsenal.
It is a little bit of Barcelona right now. They're both a mess. But yeah, this is the clip I was talking about. This is the guy that you just got on your team.
Oxlade-Chamberlain.
He looks like me playing midfield. It was really comforting to see professional soccer players do this too, because I do it all the time where I'm like, see, I track back. I did what I'm supposed to do. I'm sort of standing next to the guy. Oh, shit, he scored.
And he's making $70K a week. And then I love him smacking his hands in disgust, like, oh man,
somebody else should have had that when you're standing next to the guy.
Oh yeah,
we'll post this too in the deep end.
It's all going to be in the deep end.
It's all happening. This is good. We're just going to rifle through the rest of this.
I think
last one.
First of all, let's just shit on Ozil one more time.
Okay.
I mean LAFC's Mesut Ozil.
Yes, he's absolutely going to end up on LAFC as soon as they get rid of Bob Bradley.
Bro. When Wenger is like rubbing Santi Cazorla's legs trying to get him healthy, you know there's a fucking problem, bro.
How can this guy be so bad? He was, again, like when he was playing for Mourinho and then even with Ancelotti, like when they had him in the right spot, we're just like, bro, don't worry about playing defense. Just play offense. He can make plays. He makes plays for the German national team.
But he doesn't even want to play offense anymore
I
with
know,
them.
dude.
But he doesn't want to leave.
It's weird.
It's very, very weird. I think that I feel bad. I'm going to go on a limb right now. David Silva, I'm sorry. I should have given the award to Mesut Ozil.
You're right.
Ozil is looking trashy, but you got to play him. You
have to play him.
You have to play him. What do you do? You can't sit him on the bench.
He's so garbage right now, too.
Straight, hot garbage.
Couldn't be on a better team. Fuck him.
Works out well. Sorry for you Gunner bros, fam. Sorry, blood. Sorry, cuz.
Meanwhile, down in Chile at a casino somewhere.
Oh, man. We don't talk about him enough, but Arturo Vidal is
the fucking man.
He's basically South America's Balotelli.
He is. I love this guy. Long ago, in the middle of last year, they were really rumoring that he could maybe switch from Bayern Munich to Chelsea because he's got a bromance with Conte, and I like that a lot. Obviously, he didn't come over. He's going to stay in Bavaria for another year. But this dude plays hard as hell, and apparently he parties hard as hell, too.
He parties hard as hell. Let's not forget that in 2015, during the CONCACAF Cup?
Yeah.
He got drunk and crashed his fucking car.
And he crashed the shit out of it.
Crashed the whole shit out of this car.
Yeah.
Walked out, and then I think he ended up playing in the match.
Yeah, definitely.
Caught a DUI.
He doesn't have a license now.
He's known for he's definitely that dude riding your bike in the neighborhood to the liquor store holding a Bex while he's riding his bike.
Yes, he is. Shirtless at all times.
But yeah, he's a wild-ass dude. He's always been a wild card. Shows up from winter holiday kind of out of shape.
Yeah, so he's at home on international break.
Getting ready for these two pretty important qualifying matches.
And he just decides to have dinner at a casino with his boys. Now, allegedly, he leaves. Like the good professional that he is.
Because he's got to get to bed early and get ready for training.
Gotta go, you gotta go.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, his boys, allegedly, stay and get in just like a rowdy-ass fight.
Rowdy-ass Chilean brawl at the casino.
They had to call the Chilean police, so you know it got rowdy.
Yeah, you know that shit was serious.
And the first people that the press fingers is like, well, you know Vidal was there. And he was quick to come on and be like, whoa, I'm not doing this. This ain't me. I went home. I was in bed.
I'm a family man now. I didn't just drunkenly crash my whip 2 years ago.
My coach knows that I have the team first.
Even though I don't have a license, and how would I get home when all my friends are still at the casino? I was not there. I was already at home in bed.
So I think we both agree that this motherfucker was there.
I went to an early dinner.
Yeah.
It was, first of all, what are you doing at the casino?
Yeah. Why'd you decide to go to dinner at the casino? Why'd you do that? No, we know he was there. I hope he doesn't get suspended. I hope everything's fine because I want him to keep playing. Keep doing what you're doing, Artillo.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Keep doing what you're doing, man. You're doing great.
You know, it's just, I think it's amazing, though, because, like, come on now. You know he was there, bro.
He was there.
Absolutely. During international break, while he's doing that, Alexis Sanchez is at home watching watching Homeward Bound with his dogs. Maybe or maybe not.
Oh,
maybe not blathering himself down with Vaseline during Homeward Bound because we know how he feels about dogs.
He's watching Spanish subtitles Homeward Bound.
Absolutely. And crying his fucking dick off during it.
Oh my God.
But how? How would you leave your dogs?
I bet they win both the games though.
Absolutely,
because it works like a motherfucker. That team is a beast right now.
You gotta let Chili cook. You gotta let Vidal drink, and you gotta let Alexis Sanchez watch movies with his dogs.
He's got to grease up. Vidal's got to grease up. We gotta stay greased up.
Yeah, and I don't know about you, but I feel pretty greased up after this pod. That was a pretty solid one, man.
We're up against it.
We got a lot of fucking content in. We're running right up to our studio time. And we enjoyed ourselves. We're going to take another couple weeks off. We'll break down whatever happened in this international break.
And hit the end of the transfer window.
And we'll probably be getting into the some matches.
Ooh, and you know what else we're going to get into? I think we're going to get into fantasy.
Fantasy and Champions League.
Here we go.
FIFA, PS will be coming out. So yeah,
Pat's going to have cable again.
September's going to be hot. Yeah,
it's a big pod coming up.
Pat just moved. He got this fresh-ass haircut. Watch out, privileged white ladies. Pat's out here.
We're coming.
Got his own place.
We're coming.
He's still not washing the sheets regularly, though, so...
Man, you know how I do.
Yeah, you got to get in.
Stay fresh.
Got to get in there before the sheets get musty.
Got to let Chili cook, baby. You got to let Chili cook.
That's so terrible. But yeah, we'll be back before you know it. I appreciate all the old listeners and all the new.
Yep. Shout out to Sports Radio Detroit.
We're here at Podcast Detroit. Appreciate them mastering all this shit.
Shout out to Bro Beer. Shout out to our boy Nick. Shout out to Artillo Vidal.
Shout out to Spices all around the world.
All the spices.
Yeah, cumin. We love you.
Fuck you.
Chili powder, cayenne peppers. We're just naming spices now.
Stay in there, Conte. 24 hours, baby. Let's make 5-6 signings. Let's get it.
All right, nigga. Let's ride us out with that Action Bronson.
I'm the man right now. I got the plan right now. Fuck that. I got the world in my hand right now. I should be somewhere sunny getting tan right now. But I'ma show you how to move. I'ma show you how to dance.